Hello everyone, and welcome to this unboxing video for Arkham Horror, the card game, the Path to Carcosa. Hope I'm pronouncing that right, but whatever. So this is the second of the LCG's main expansions. As I said in the previous one, this eventually comes out with 6 following mini expansions, and this one does also have the other ones out. So this is usually the start of a story arc, new characters, stuff like that, new cards that aren't just story pertinent or basics, or like minute things. Indeed, it's time. We have all laid aside disguises but you. Quote on that. I believe from one of H.P. Lovecraft's books. For those that don't know, H.P. Lovecraft's work is all open source. That's why there's so many different people doing stuff with it. Alright, so this looks like it came with the same kind of stuff as the last one. All packaged in there like that. Here's hoping that the campaign book isn't as messed up. 1, 2, 3 packs of cards. A set of character, basically token cards. And a campaign book. This one doesn't have its expansion on the front. Again, not sure what I'm going to do with these boxes. Oh, because it's right there. Got a creepy little mask guy. Bunch of new rules this time instead of just a couple. Looks like 4 different sets of rules instead of 1. Yep, comes with a bunch of different stuff. So it looks like the crazy drawing map out was actually the thing to track your various stuff, because here's another one that's similar, just not as crazy. Cool. So there's the campaign guide. Again, I'm not going to show these off because they're the same thing as cards that should be found in here. If they're not in here, I'm going to A, be a little upset, and B, then show those. Let's start with this one. So if they're anything like the others, there was one that was primarily extra bad cards plus the actual character cards themselves. One that was the scenario-specific bad cards, and the ones that actually describe it, and one that was the class cards. That was complete coincidence listing that. So, if I'm correct, these are some of the character-specific ones, like the character-unique ones, which weren't packaged with the character-specific card. In fact, all of these might. Though this be madness, yet there is a method in it. William Shakespeare Hamlet. Sorry, I just love Shakespeare. Anybody who's watched my past videos may have seen the Shakespeare Munchkin. Bought that purely because it was Shakespeare. So, blue is a lot of police investigative kind of stuff. Orange is research and actual investigation. I'm not saying police investigation is an actual investigation. I mean actual investigation in terms of the game. Green is roguish kind of thing. Sneak. Purple is the arcane, deep secrets. And red, which there appears to be only 4 of 4 cards, 2 of each, at least in this one I'm holding, are the things you do as a last resort. Like, you're a desperate person. Doesn't look like they've added a color this time. I don't expect them to, because they would need to backtrack it. Like, I won't expect them to add a new color unless they also add a new large box. Large. For this game. Out of the way. Ah, that's because here's some more red cards. Some more monsters. The Royal Emissary. No thank you. Some more bad stuff. Descent into Madness. Is that going on? Yes, but it's long enough. Spawn of Hali. It's a tentacle thing. More tentacle things. It's H.P. Lovecraft. What do you expect? Tentacle. That's what I expect. Dance of the Yellow King. Cool. So there's some more stuff there. And then one more pack of cards. And that will be everything. So, me and my friends have really been enjoying this game so far. Sorry, this one's sticking. I think I just opened it from the bottom. Corrosion. It's even with the magazine of a gun. Well, the butt of a gun where the magazine is held. Roach Swarm. Can't remember the movie. Somebody's Apartment. Really funny movie involving sentient roaches. Okay, so here's the actual characters. We've got Mark Harrison, the soldier. He's the blue character. Mita Pan, I'm probably not saying that all. The secretary, I know I have her in Mansions. Safina Rossio, the painter. These characters are all from H.P. Lovecraft's fiction, so they just keep drawing from the same set of characters over and over. Akachi Oniya, the shaman. She, I believe, came in the first expansion to Mansions for post-second edition. William York, the gravedigger, former Shakespearean actor. And, well, we've got a new color character, but not new color cards. A gray or white character, Lola Hayes, the actress. Then we've got some new scenario stuff. Again, I will be purposely not showing this in this video. If I do a detailed video or component video, that's more where I'll be going over this. But I will go over the names. We've got Curtain Call. Avoiding spoilers is the point. The Last King. And that's it. It looks like these come with 2. I think that's how much the other one came with. Alright, that appears to be everything. Just like the other one. Stack of cards. Tokens, sort of. And campaign book, which, again, has a mansion ad on the back. Now, on to our first Mythos pack. Echoes of the Past. So far I've been enjoying this one. It's been very different and is definitely questioning your character's sanity. But let's see what this is all about. So, got a rulebook as per usual. Tiny, folded up over and over. Are there any new rules in it? Ooh. So we've got a lot of different locations, and that says do not read. Looks like 9 locations for the scenario. Usual standard size pack of cards. Oh, seriously? They don't put a pull tab on this one? No. What I saw was a continual line of things from the actual images of the card in this place where there would be a pull tab. At the width, that would be a pull tab. Ugh, that's just awkward. But easy enough to get through once you realize that you gotta open it the hard way. Alright, so. Ooh, interesting. Okay. So here's the story cards. Not going to touch those in these video. Go over those in this video, but decent amount of stuff here, including a couple items. Then on to the actual character cards, and I just want to point out real quick, these are grays. They make up a good chunk of this, about a quarter of it. We've got, looks like as per usual, it's a level and an unleveled version of cards. Heroic Rescue. Nurse with a shotgun. Combat Training. Looks like an upgraded version of the spend 1 resource to increase a stat, but it's a different card entirely, so that's interesting. It's also only costs 1. And an anatomical diagram? It's definitely an anatomical diagram of a creature. Scientific Theory. Looks like a similar card from the other level up. Knuckle Dusters, aka Brass Knuckles. Fight. Deal +1 damage. The attacked enemy gains retaliate for this attack, so it's use it to kill things. Moxie is another stat booster. Oh, these also have sanity on them. Interesting. David Renfield. New ally. Purple. Again, another stat. Oh, wait, no, this one isn't a straight stat booster, but it's still very similar. Grounded. Cherished Keepsake.
Easy teddy bear. Is just a sanity booster accessory. They use a necklace for the image. And Plucky being another stat booster with a sanity. They are assets, but not allies. Talents, composure, I think is what they're all labeled as. Yes, even the casting one, which seems to boost spells. And then all the new gray cards are skills. Holy hell, I'm just now looking at these. They all are max commit, 1 per skill test, only usable if you have 3 sanity or less, and 2 copies of each stat at a +4. Oh, hello! But, other than the story stuff, which seems to be, I'm just going to do a quick thing of locations, action agenda, standard card, encounter cards, and 2 things that can actually go in the deck. One is a weakness and one isn't. That's all from this pack. Next, on to Unspeakable Oaths, pack number 2. Got a skull with a coin, or almost said that backwards. Yes, a skull with a coin in it. Okay, so no, I almost said that correctly. Ha ha! Oh, this one's sticking as a... Yep, it's taped. Some of these are taped, some of them aren't. All came from the same store, so it's amusing. As per usual, another rulebook. Going to check real quick to see if there's any new rules in here rather than just scenario. Ooh, whoa. Okay, this is already different. This one appears to be twice, yes it is, twice as large. I folded it into a small rulebook. Nope, but it does have a lot of separate intros, which obviously, again, this is an unboxing video, not a story spoiler video, so I am not reading off any of that. But usual standard size card pack. Not looking for a pull tab this time after the last pack. Ha ha! Oh, come on, don't be problematic. I know not to look for a pull tab. Something metal. Don't make me get the actual bladed thing. Because thickness of the card, thickness of the blade. Yes, that's my letter opener, in case people haven't noticed from watching my unboxing videos. Alright, so here's all the scenario-specific stuff compared to new cards. We've got... Ooh, for not spoiling this for myself, I'm instantaneously going to stop and hope I forget what I already saw. But it looks like, I'm guessing, encounter cards, acted, and agenda. Okay, there's a lot of those. Locations, and I'm not going to be able to forget what I saw. This is the front. Back's different. Sorry if people consider that spoilers, but they've already pulled that trick pretty early on. Alright, so, again, looks like... Ooh, wait, there's a lot of red cards in here. Like, well, a lot compared to the others. There's 4 of every other color, 6 red cards, and 2 grays. But as I was going to say, other than those red cards, it looks like 2 copies of a non-leveled up card and 2 copies of a leveled up card. We got Trench Knife, so a new weapon for Guardians. Ambush is the level card. It's a tactic. We've got a new ally for Seekers. They really didn't need it, but not going to complain if it's a good one. An event for them called Forewarned. Okay, it was what I thought it was. A new ally for Rogues. Ooh. If there are no enemies at your location, exhaust this guy to gain 2 resources. When you have 10 or more resources, you gain +1 will and +1 intellect. A improved version of sneak attack. Not sure what the difference is. A new spell, I think? Yes, but it's not an asset, so it's just one and done. Storm of Spirits. Book of Shadows, I believe that's an upgrade. Not too sure off the top of my head. Fight or Flight for survivors. Fast play during only your turn until the end of the round. You get X Fight and X Agility, where X is the amount of horror on you. That goes great with the Survivor from the 3rd set. I have opened the expansions in advance of these because they give new characters. A Test of Will is the 1st level up card. Devil's Luck being another event, and hat on the side of the road. Then we have 1 neutral card of Calling in Favors. Guy on a time-appropriate telephone. Again, 1920s. Looks like something affecting allies, but I don't want to read into these too much right now. Alright, next up we have Mythos pack number 3, A Phantom of Truth. Oh, this one's also taped shut. Ha ha. Funny using the dagger that I have that looks closest to a ritualistic dagger to open a HP Lovecraft theme thing. So, again, standard size pack. Yeah. And rules, which these already feel thicker than the normal rules. Are these as big as the last one, or bigger? Yeah, it's having some difficulty because they fold this up all sorts of kind of stupid. What I do not like about these rules in general from the Mythos packs, in terms of the actual physicality of them, is they are bigger, even if you fold them up like this, than the core box. So they don't fit in there, even though they can are clearly intended to fold here. So let's see here. Any new rules in here? No, but man, there's a lot of, like, this isn't actually full of rules. It is full of a lot of things that are labeled as dreams, and I'm not going to say any more of that because I don't want to read it myself until I play it. So this looks like more fluff than rules, which, yeah! Alright, and then on to the actual pack itself. Looks like usual number of things. So here are all the... Whoop. Oh, yeah, those are not basic weaknesses. So it's got a new type of non-basic weakness. I'm not going to show it because spoiler stuff. Couple of monsters or enemies. Yes. New event cards, including a Frozen in Fear. It looks to be, it is mechanically the same exact thing, it just fits in a whole different event deck. I'm sorry that I can't get the icon clear, but it is, and it is this pack's icon. Some agenda and act cards, standard cards, and then everything else except one card is location. Don't even want to get those close enough to potentially spoil stuff. So then we get into all the character cards, which look to be the usual. Ooh, what? Okay, I'll get to that in a second. So all except for one are 4 cards each of each class. There are no neutrals this time. 2 and 2, 2 copies of a non-XP card, 2 copies of an XP card. So I'll see you in hell. The first Guardian card. An upgrade. Ooh, finally, an upgraded version of the 45 automatic. Then onto some Seeker cards, which is what has 6 of. Local Reasoning for the non-XP card. And then 4 copies of an upgraded version of Arcanic Glyphs. Cool. Still has the usual note thing for this campaign. Then we have for Rogue, Cheap Shot, with Pickpocketing being the new card. This is one of those fuck with your fellow players, but then again, that's a chunk of Rogue cards. Mystic, we've got Quantum Flux. Capacitor? No. But, and a Recharge. Then Madame Labranchi for a new ally for the Rogues. Sorry, Survivors. And Snare Trap as the XP card. So, new player cards, new encounter cards. That's everything from that one. Next up, we have the Pallid Mask, Mythos pack number 4. Pallid Mask being something that's been following you the entire time. Thus far. Again, another standard pack of cards. And the rules. This one doesn't feel super thick like the last two, but we'll find out in a second. Huh, this one only uses 4 encounter card sets. That's going to be a small deck, considering 2 of them are from the core game. There does not appear to be any new rules. Alright, then on to the cards themselves. Let's get them out of here. Again, I don't know why these Mythos packs don't have little pull tabs on them or anything. All I know is the first one says Tomb of Shadows, but then again, I'm looking at it from the revealed side. So, here we are with some character cards. Got some neutrals this time. And then Mythos cards, or encounter cards. The actual encounter deck cards. Standard card. Act and Agenda. And then all the rest are locations. It doesn't look like this one has any organized to be set aside cards, but there could have been somewhere in the treachery cards. Alright, so this one does seem to have a normal 4 of each, 2 and 2, and then there is a upgraded neutral, which I'll get to last. So first we have Inspiring Presence, a new skill in Guardians. Then Mono a Mono. Oh, I missaw this. There is a 5th and 6th card, an upgraded version of First Aid. Then, on to Seekers, we have Eureka, an upgraded version of Shortcut. For Rogues, watch this! Also a new skill. Are they all getting... Yes, I think they're all getting new skills. An upgraded version of the 41 Derringer. For Mystic, we have a new skill. Torment of Power, or is it Torment? Torrent of Power. An upgraded version of Scrying. Then, for Rogues, we have Waylay, which is an event, so no, they're not all getting new skills. And then their XP card is a Chance Encounter. I don't think that's an upgrade. And then what is most definitely an upgrade, neutral cards. Emergency Cash, having an XP version. Only 2 of these, so more than you get in even one core game. See here. Gain 4 resources or place 4 resources among assets you control by investigators at your location, or any combination thereof. Very nice. Definitely a improved version, so not only is it an extra asset or extra resource for free, it's still a 0 cost resource, that is. You can put them not only in your resources, you can also or put them on cards. So, extra ammunition, but a neutral card. Which means you can also put it on spells. So, counter deck and standard cards. Or character cards. Usual amounts by the looks of it. Next, we've got Mythos pack number 5. Black Stars Rise. Got a undead bird thing. That's definitely, I think, supposed to be a pterodactyl, honestly, because the wings look more reptilian-like than would be feathers. Or lack thereof, because it's a skeletal. Looks kind of cool. Oh, come on, I know I just cut that. There we go. Maybe I didn't get it all the way. Usual pack of cards. And rules. Again, like the last one, doesn't feel like the two before that. Too thick. And yep, just a single page. Ooh, wow. This one uses 2, 4, 6, 7 event decks. Has a bunch of different stuff. Does not appear to be any new rules. I have seen new rules on Mythos rules, like Mythos pack rules, but only once. Let's face it, it's the new cards that really matter for new rules. It's being a pain. Okay, it's being a real pain right now. Okay. So, again, usual amount of player cards by the looks of it, and event card, or encounter cards. You've got some actual encounter deck cards, or treachery cards. The standard card. Ooh, wow. There's a lot of act agenda cards this time. Like, I think this is the most I've ever seen for a single scenario. And then a lot of locations. I'm guessing not all of these get put into play, ever. Or they could be ones that are set aside. Ooh. I think, yep. Okay, I'll get to that in a second. But Mystics this time have 6 cards, and everybody else has 4. On the Hunt, being a new Guardian. And then the thing that made me go, ooh, is Guardians get a new permanent for their XP card. Guidance is a new Seeker card. Arcane Insight, I think this is brand new, but I'm just realizing it's a Seeker Arcane. So, it's a Seeker spell, which, whew, that should be interesting. Narrow Escape. Motorcycle Sidecar for Rogue. Suggestion, ooh, that's a 4 XP, no idea what it does. I don't think that's an upgrade. St. Hubert's Key. As a item, +1 will, +1 intellect, and -2 sanity with a non-action action. I hate the wording for those, but Mystic cards. And then their XP cards are 2 separate upgraded versions with Word of Protection and Arcane Initiative. Then a new skill for rogues, Not Without a Fight, and True Survivor being a brand new card. I don't think that's an upgrade. So, again, counter cards, player cards. Usual amounts. Now, lastly, to finish off this entire story, we have Mythos Pack number 6, Dim Carcosa. Gotta cut that tape. Thankfully not myself. One of these days there might. Who knows? Usual stuff in here by the looks of it. Standard pack of cards. Rules, they do feel extra thick. I would hope so for the end of it. Like on any of these. Mind you, we only have 2 ends currently put out. There's only 3 Mythos packs of the 6 for the third post-core game story. Oop, that sounded like a bit of a tear. Yep, just a little. This thing doesn't want to separate too much. Yep, so double page. Uses 6 encounter decks. Has a shit ton of setup rules, but I imagine it's taking into account everything over the course of it. And there are no new rules, I think. Something about design notes on the back. Cool. I'm not going to read into that any further, especially this one, because I don't want to spoil any of that for anyone. At least not yet. If people do want to see story modes of this, like, or me going over the lore and everything, or the stories themselves, or actual playthroughs, please ask. Like, I would love to do those, but I want to know that people want to see the story elements spoiled before I get too much into that, or right into it. Ooh, so this is my first time actually opening up a last Mythos pack, because I'm actually getting to this before the Dunwich one. Sorry, I just saw one of the encounter cards here. And these are all XP cards. Still looks like at least 2 of each, but we'll get to that in a bit. So we have encounter cards, and unfortunately, folks, I can't show you the one that made me smile because it is a massive spoiler. Like, it just me knowing it makes it a little sad, but I would have found it out even approaching this. So, new treachery event card, or encounter cards. The standard card. A bunch of... we have 3 agendas and 5 acts. Ooh, boy. And then all the rest is locations. So, again, doesn't look like there's anything set aside, but this first one, yeah, looks like it could be. Oh, boy. I'm not going to say who it is, but it's an ancient one. Sorry if that spoils too much right there, but really, I'm just happy that you get one. Like, one is in effect somewhere at the very end. Rogues get 6 cards this time. I don't know if they do that in general, but there is also a neutral card. And again, these are all XP. So, the first one is Eat Lead. I don't think that's a new one, but it might be. Then, Armor of Ardennis is Guardian's other one. It's a 4 skill commits, and it is definitely, woo, hello. For that's worth the 5 XP. Yeah, I think all of these have a 5 XP and then a non-5 XP. A eidetic memory. I should know how to say that. I've played a lot of World of Darkness. No Stone Unturned. I think this is an upgrade. Charon's Obel. Rogue card. It uses the icon from one of the earlier Mythos packs, or the image. It is a permanent, so in other words, it doesn't go into your deck. Luparna, a weapon, also for rogues. Again, rogues are the ones with the 5 and 6 card. Their 5 cost is called Cheat Death. I don't think there's actually been any 5 costs before this, now that I think about it. On to Mystics, we get Time Warp. Then Seal the Elder Sign. Actually does something with the Elder Sign. I don't know if it seals it. Newspaper. That's an upgrade for survivors. Infighting. Looks like an event. Ooh, do they? They do not get a 5 XP. Survivors, that is. And then Key of Yith. YS. Being the neutral card. Let the storm rage, being the subtext. It's a unique item. Alright, as per usual, here are the encounter cards, and here's some player cards. And with that, that is everything for the Path to Carcosa, the expansion itself, and all 6 Mythos packs. If folks would like to see more of this in detail, you should leave a comment about it, but with that said, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to press the like button. If you think somebody else will enjoy this, feel free to share this video. If you didn't enjoy this video, go ahead and press the dislike button. I won't mind, but please leave a constructive comment as to why. Also, if you want to comment in general, feel free to. Again, please, by all means, ask for more details of the use, be it individual Mythos packs or the whole thing. Mind you, I have yet to do this for the core game, and I will do that first if people want to see this. If you want to see the core game, in fact, ask for that here if I haven't released it by now. If you want to see more story stuff or stuff like that, please by all means ask. I've left these unboxings as spoiler-free as possible, but regardless, if you want to see more like this, be it more unboxings, my board game overviews, or my reviews, or anything else that I do on this channel, feel free to subscribe. Regardless, thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.